I'm just so delighted to have the opportunity to be with all of you in this chi space and share this practice together. It's a really meaningful practice to me, and I'll share a little bit more about that in just a minute. But I want to just start with a little inward connection to ourselves, a little meditation just to ground ourselves into this space together. And feel free to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And just take a moment to bring your awareness internal into your body. And just notice how you feel. Maybe it's been a busy day, there's been a lot going on. Just check in with yourself and get a sense of how your energy feels right at this moment. And take a moment to feel the space around you. Notice the energy around your body, in the room, and expanding outward in your environment. And just notice how you feel in that space. And take a moment to just smile inwardly to yourself, acknowledging yourself for being here, for wanting to do this practice and learn and grow in this way. And as we're all in this chi space together, this energetic space and virtual space together, I'd like you to take a moment to send that smile out to everybody together in this chi space. Just connecting and acknowledging our connection to each other. You can take a moment to say a little metta prayer. Starting with ourselves, we can say, may I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. And with your inward smile, radiating that out to the others in our space. Perhaps it feels good to take a moment to say, may you all be well. May all be happy. May all be free from suffering. And just feel your heart expand and connect in a joyful way with all who are here. And take one more moment to set an intention for yourself for these next 6 weeks of practice together. It can be something really simple. Once you've connected with your intention for yourself, feel free to open your eyes, connect back with your awareness into the group. So I'm going to start with talking about some of the theory of this practice and some of my own connection to it, my background with it. Tonight's meeting will be a little bit more discussion of theory. We will also get up and practice. And it'll be a good part of what we do tonight. And over the next 6 weeks, we'll really be building on each class. So we'll be learning foundation and learning a series of exercises that will build upon each other. And so what we do tonight will really break down into more specific detail. And then as we get to class 5 or 6, we'll be able to flow through that with much more familiarity and comfort. And it should start to get ingrained in some muscle memory. So I'm Laura Chan, and I've been practicing Yiren Qigong for about 12 years now. I started studying it when I was a student at Bastyr University, studying naturopathic medicine and acupuncture out in Seattle. And Qigong is a part of the acupuncture curriculum. It is one of the foundations of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and really any martial art. It's the foundation of that. Dr. Sun is my teacher and mentor for Yiren Qigong. Yiren Qigong is his lineage. And just like with yoga, there are different styles and different lineages. And so Yiren Qigong is the one that I'm trained in, which comes via Dr. Sun, Guancheng Sun in Seattle. And this style just resonated with me more than anything else I had learned in acupuncture school or other classes I had taken. It just connected so deeply with me. And within a few classes, I just found that my health was transforming, and I was understanding myself energetically in a very different way. So I owe a deep bow of gratitude to Dr. Sun for all he's taught me. And I did his teacher training about 7 years ago and have been teaching since and continuing to deepen my own practice. When I was a student and I first signed up for his class, I was really struggling with pretty severe insomnia, to the point where I would lay down to go to sleep and wouldn't fall asleep that whole night. And nothing was really helping it. It was quite severe at the time. And once I started to learn this practice, it was really the only thing that worked for me to get me sleeping and sleeping through the nights. And so I became dedicated to it quickly, because when you haven't slept in a long time and suddenly something works, it's very inspiring, at least for me personally, to want to keep going with it. So it's really blossomed from there, and I've remained really dedicated to the practice, because not only did it help my sleep, but it's transformed me in many other ways and has been incredible for my physical health, but also just my emotional and spiritual practice as well. So this practice can really be a beautiful foundation for all of those things. Yiren Qigong. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what that means. Yiren is the Chinese words. Those mean to transform the human. And Qigong, Qi is our universal life force, or the energy that we feel within us and around us. We call it prana, the Holy Spirit. There are different words that can be used, but it's this life force all around us. That's our qi. And gong is the word to move, or to be dedicated and disciplined about your intention to activate something. So it literally means to transform ourselves, to transform the human through intentional movement of our qi. And so what is qi? I mean, some of us feel energy very much, and that may be new to others here. But what we'll really be doing is learning to feel it and activate it and understand it really from this Chinese medicine and Taoist perspective through the lineage and lens of the Yiren Qigong. So Qigong is really a combination of breathing, meditation, movement, and focused intention. It is a very meditative practice. For me, if someone asks me if I do meditation, I answer that with a yes, because to me, this covers that base. But I personally really have enjoyed doing more of a moving meditation. I find that I am able to go deeper into it than other types of meditation that I've tried in my life. So this is what I've really connected with. Now, it's, as I mentioned before, it's the foundation of acupuncture practice. It's also the foundation of almost all martial arts, because it's really about cultivating our internal power and our internal qi. And that power can be used in a martial way if someone wants to take it in a more fighting or aggressive way, but it also can be used in a very healing way. So that's the intention that I set for this practice, is to cultivate power for healing myself. And then in my practice, I utilize it for when I'm working with others energetically. So you can set whatever intention works for you with that. But I think an interesting part of the history of this practice is that traditionally it wasn't taught to women. Women weren't considered the lineage holders. And the main reason for that is because there's so much power that's cultivated. And historically in China, women would be married into another family. They would leave their family and marry another family. And they didn't want the secrets of the power to go to another family. So times have changed and we're in a different culture. And so it's really, I think, exciting to be with men and women practicing this together and learning to activate and empower our own chi in our bodies and utilize that however it best serves us. So, one of the foundational tenets of this practice, and similarly with other martial arts and with acupuncture, is the concept of yin and yang. So, I'm sure you've heard that, you've seen the symbol of the black and the white circle. And it's really this idea that there are two equal and opposite forces in the world, and that the interaction of those two forces create new life, create new energy. So the yang energy is it's the sun, it's daytime, it's movement, it's wind, it's summer, it's historically more masculine. The yin is the feminine, it's nighttime, it's dark, it's winter time, it's stillness, it's heaviness. Yang is heaven and the sun, yin is earth and the moon. So they're really considered equal and opposite. And just as male and female can come together and create a child, create new life, it's this idea that you can use these different equal and opposite forces in whatever capacity to create new life. And so it's really about creating new energy. And that new energy is what we use for self-healing and for ourselves. And so there's this Taoist saying that 1 + 1 = 3. And it doesn't really make sense according to the math that we know, but what that really means in this practice is we've got one energy yang, one energy yin, and when they combine, they create something new. So it's those two energies plus the energy that's generated by their interaction. And so we'll be working to generate that fresh energy for ourselves in this practice starting in just a minute. So I want to review just a few principles, and these are written on the handout that I sent. But there's a few things that are basic for this practice are just that it's really important to have your mind relaxed. It's not a good practice to be doing if you're really stressed out at the moment, but it can be great if you can drop into it and still your mind, but it's important to really set the intention and be aware of what your mind is doing and try to bring stillness and calmness to your mind so that you can really drop into more awareness of what's happening in your body as we practice and really start to feel the energy. So we drop into our more intuitive mind and into our more feeling nature instead of our more external awareness. So we call that directing our awareness from outside to inside. The next important principle is that we don't focus on what's wrong with our health when we do this practice. So if you have knee pain or you have back pain or you have chronic fatigue or something that's been bothersome to you, we don't focus on that as the issue. We focus on generating new chi and we focus on generating energy for healing. And then the idea is, and this does happen, is that automatically the problem will start to heal as your body develops new energy to be able to do that. So we focus on the change and the new, fresh energy rather than the older problem. We also want to just really be aware of the subtle sensations in our body. This is a subtle practice at first, and as you grow into it, it can become less subtle and more obvious, the feelings of chi. But just start to notice the subtle sensations, little feelings in your hands, or things like movement of saliva in your mouth, for instance, that may change. You might notice subtle sensations of heat. So really starting to pay attention to small things like that. And we really just are focusing on our awareness, on guiding the energy in our body. And so we move at the pace of awareness, if that makes sense, meaning that if you can just be really present with a certain movement as you're doing this, then if it helps you to move more slowly, then that's the pace that's appropriate for you. If we're just moving our body around and we're not really aware of how we're moving, then we're doing exercise without the chi. We're really trying to be aware of how our body's moving and what the energy is doing in our body as we do this practice. So those are the main principles that we're starting with. That. So I'm going to lead the practices standing, but they do not have to be done standing. Many, if not all, of these practices can be modified to be done seated, even lying down. I think seated personally is easier, but you can do whatever feels best to you. It can be modified for yourself. Okay. We're going to stand. I know you can't see my feet necessarily, but my toes are pointing forwards, but it's also okay if they point slightly out to the sides. You want to find a comfortable, sturdy, even powerful stance so that if someone were to give you a little bit of a shove, you're not going to fall over very easily at all. A little bit wider than hip width. Knees are bent, hips are relaxed, and you just find a comfortable stance so that, again, if you got shoved, you wouldn't fall over at all. If you're seated, just find a comfortable position for yourself and you can work with that. And what we're actually going to do to start before we even feel the energy between our hands is we're just going to start with some shaking. This just helps clear the energy, clear the day, and get us grounded into our bodies. So you can move slowly like this if that's what feels good. Or you can move much more vigorously, really getting your wrists and your shoulders, your hips and your knees shaking. I like to think of myself like an Etch-a-Sketch resetting when I do this. Just clearing out anything that was etched here during the day. And you can keep your eyes open or you can close them if you feel comfortable and balanced, whatever feels good for you. And as you're doing this, feel free to adjust the pace in whatever way feels comfortable for you. We're going to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes. So it's a little while. I want you to bring your awareness to the yang aspect of your body. And what I mean by that is if you were an animal and you were on all fours, the part of your body that the sun would hit is your yang aspect. So that's the outsides of your arms and the backs of your legs, the back of your head, the top of your head, and your back body. And I want you to soften and relax the yang aspect of your body. And you can even bring a little bit more awareness to the yang aspect by shaking your knees over your pinky toes. So it's almost like you're moving your legs outward a little bit and activating the yang aspect of your body. Feel free to let out some good sighs. And then you'll shift your knees to shake over your big toes. And your awareness will come to the yin aspect of your body. That's the part of you that if you were on all fours would be in the shade. The insides of your arms, the insides of your legs, your throat and your torso. And to feel that part of you soften and relax. And reset. Shake out any stress or tension that you're holding. And then shift your knees to shake over your middle toes. And bring your awareness to the core of your body, the bones in your arms and in your legs, your internal organs. Just feel everything relax and loosen. And then come to stillness, back to your relaxed but powerful stance. Close your eyes and just bring your awareness internal. Notice how your energy feels. Notice any tingling. Feel the chi and the energy around your body. You can even slightly move your wrists and your hands like you're stirring the energy that's right around, touching your body and also in your body. And then go ahead and open your eyes. And remaining in this position, you're going to keep your hands open. And we're going to start to activate our energy centers. And this is going to be how we activate and build our chi. So we have several major energy centers. We have our dantian is the first one. So we're going to put our hands at dantian height. It's a couple inches below your belly button. This is our power center here. So let your hands float at dantian height. And just let them float back and forth a little bit with your palms facing each other. Now again, our right hand, our right side is our yang side. Our left hand is our yin side. And so these are two equal and opposite energies. And so see how it feels, almost like magnets, to have them facing each other and floating back and forth. See if you can notice some subtle energy sensations between your hands. Some warmth or tingling, almost like a rubber band feeling. And just set your intention that yang and yin are interacting with each other in a way that's generating new energy. And we're going to start to enhance this energy by using another energy center that I think everybody's familiar with, which is the third eye center. So the third eye center, right between the eyebrows, has the power of our thinking mind and our intuitive mind. It's a very strong, powerful energy center. And so what we're going to do is use the power of this center to enhance the energy that we feel in our palms. So one way that we're going to do that is we're going to bring our tongue behind our front upper teeth. That helps drive the energy upward, bring our awareness up. So go ahead and just put the tip of your tongue behind your front upper teeth. Keep your hands at dantian height, but now turn them so that they're facing your forehead and your third eye. And what we're going to do is inhale, stretch yourself back slightly, feel your third eye, bring your awareness to your third eye. And then when you exhale, shift your awareness to the centers of your palms. And we're going to repeat this several times. So we'll inhale, stretch back, feel your third eye. Exhale, shift your awareness to the centers of your palms. We're going to do this for about a whole minute at your own breathing pace. So again, inhaling, awareness to the third eye. Exhaling, shift your awareness to the centers of your palms. In this practice, we say that energy follows thought, or energy follows our awareness. So as we do this practice, breathing in, feeling the third eye, and just continue at your own pace, and exhaling to the centers of the palms, we're creating an energetic triangle from our third eye to our palms. Just continue for several more breaths. And see if you can notice any quality change in the centers of your palms, such as any tingling. I almost get a heaviness. With your next breath in, circle your arms out and up, bringing the palms into prayer position. And then exhale, bring them down in front of your third eye. Inhale, stretch back, pull your hands away from your forehead. And then exhale, bring them back closer to your forehead. Notice the energy between your palms. We're going to repeat this for several breaths. Inhale, stretch back, push the palms away. Feel the energy between your palms. Exhale, pulling the palms back towards your forehead. Feeling the energy between your palms and now also between your palms and your forehead. 3 more times. Inhale, stretch back, keeping your awareness in the subtle energy sensation. Exhale, palms towards forehead. Using the power of your third eye energy to feel and activate the energy in your palms. 2 more breaths like this. Inhale, exhale. With your next inhale, bring the palms down in prayer position in front of the heart space. The heart center being another powerful energy center. Point the palms away from your chest and then exhale, push the palms away. Feel the energy between your palms. Inhale, pull them back towards your chest using the energy in your heart space to activate the energy between your palms. Feel the energy between your palms. And then exhale, pushing them away. Feeling the subtle interactions between yin and yang, between your palms. Inhale back. Exhale away. Let's do this for 3 more breaths at your own pace. I'm going to be quiet as we do that. Go ahead and release your palms so that they're open and float your hands down towards your side. Take an inhale as your arms come up. We call this a gathering breath. And then exhale, palms face towards the floor, a little bit tilted towards your body. And exhale, bring your hands down to your dantian again. So our dantian, I want you to think of it as like your savings account in the bank. So whenever we build up energy, we will gather it. So we inhale up and then we exhale down, and it's all about intention and awareness. We bring that energy back to our dantian, and it's almost like we click save. It's either like clicking save on a document or, making sure that your savings account is protected. So we're trying to build our energy. And this is our storage area where we store it here. So our main energy centers that we're working with today are the dantian, which is our main storage one, our source of vitality, our heart center, where we really connect with joy and love, and our wisdom and intuition here at the third eye. So we use these natural energy centers that we have in our body, and we're trying to enhance them through our own awareness and our movement. So in doing that, hopefully you noticed a little bit of a stronger sensation in your hands. Let's drop in and just check in. So just like we did at the beginning, notice the interaction between yang and yin, your masculine and feminine, right and left. And see if there's any shift in the quality of energy between your hands as you feel the energy between your palms. And if not, that's okay, it will come. So we're going to enhance it even further. So if you feel like you need to shake your body out a little bit, this is about activating what we call the internal power station. And according to my teacher, Dr. Sun, this is like the biggest secret that doesn't always get shared in certain practices when they came to the West. Sometimes when Qigong came to the West, they would teach the motions, but not always how to turn on and activate the qi energy in our body. So this next practice is really about turning on and activating the qi energy in our body. And I loved how he would describe it. He would say that it's almost like turning this energy center on that we're about to do, that I'll explain, is like logging onto the internet. It's like, we call it the chi net, logging onto the chi net. It's like suddenly you turn on your body's ability to access universal energy. And so in doing that, we can really enhance our own energy. And so the power center that we're going to do, the internal power station, it's called the life gate. It's an acupuncture point. It's directly opposite the belly button. So feel free to have one hand find your belly button, and the other hand will find the notch in your spine that's directly opposite. And you can lean forward to help yourself find the notches in the spine. So this is called the Life Gate Center. I have my hand on it right here. It's directly between your kidneys. And in Chinese medicine theory, we think of the kidneys as like batteries. And there are two of them. So there's our right kidney and our left kidney, if you're born with two, as most people are. And so we've, just like our hands, we've got our yang kidney and our yin kidney. And so it's like we have this natural battery pack in our low back. And so not only do we have this energy interaction between our hands, but we also have it between our kidneys. And that point that we call the life gate is right there between the kidneys. And it is like our on switch for connecting to the greater universal energy and for really being able to turn on our own power system. So the way we're going to do that, first, we just want to feel this point, just literally by touching it with our hands. So as you've been doing, find your belly button, lean forward so that you open up a little bit more space between your vertebra. And go ahead and start with your left hand there. And what you can do is you can make a fist, and usually one of your knuckles that sticks out a little bit further. Go ahead and put that knuckle right into the notch in your spine opposite your belly button. And then with your right hand, your opposite hand, you're going to just keep your index finger and your middle finger extended and put your thumb over the nail of your other fingers. And touch the extended fingers to your third eye. So we're just using this specific motion to help activate the life gate center. So what I want you to do is inhale and massage your third eye. And then exhale and use your fist to massage the life gate center between your kidneys. Inhale, massage the third eye. Awareness of the third eye. Exhale, shift your awareness to your life gate and massage the life gate. Do this for 3 more breaths. Inhaling, massaging, and feeling the third eye. And then alternating, exhaling, massaging the life. And go ahead and switch hands. So you're going to make your left hands with the index and middle finger extended, your thumb over your ring and pinky fingernails, and then make the loose fist with your right hand and put your biggest knuckle in the life gate. And then we're just balancing ourselves. So inhale, feel the third eye, gentle massage. Exhale, massage the life gate. Do this for 4 more breaths at your own pace. Whenever you're complete, I want you to rub your hands together so they get nice and warm. Forward and place them over your kidneys, so on each side of the life gate. And send some warmth into your low back and into life gate, and then gently tap. And then you can make a fist again. So you're using the thumb and the index finger side and rub so that this area gets nice and warm. Use the friction to really warm up this area. And then relax. Shake yourselves out a little bit. And so now we should feel more aware of this energy center in our back. And like we did in the beginning when we were alternating our breath from our third eye to our hands, we're going to start to do a very specific cyclical breathing where we enhance the energy in the life gate. So it starts just like we did previously, where your tongue is on the roof of your mouth behind your front upper teeth. That's to bring energy up to your third eye. As a side note, if you're someone who gets easily dizzy or ungrounded or feels like you have too much energy moving up at any point, you don't have to do the tongue position. You might actually feel better with your tongue on the floor of your mouth. It's personal preference. The position of the tongue can just be a way to enhance energy flow. So you'll hear me mention it a few times, but I don't always bring it up a lot because it really can be used in a very individual way. If you're someone who needs more grounding, the tongue can be on the floor of your mouth. But I will suggest, just as we work to enhance our third eye energy, that you keep it behind your front upper teeth. So we're going to stand in our strong position with hips relaxed, knees relaxed. Palms are at dantian height, so our lower power center height. And they're rotated slightly to face our third eye, tongue behind the front upper teeth. And just as we did earlier, we're going to inhale, stretch back, and feel the third eye. Exhale, shift your awareness to the centers of your palms. Energy follows our thoughts, so it's flowing down to the centers of your palms. Now keep your breath out for a second. Slightly rotate your palms to face your life gate, and then inhale, shift your awareness from your palms back to your life gate. Now that you know where it is, right between your kidneys. And exhale, relax. Keep your awareness at the life gate. Again, inhale, keep your awareness at the life gate. And now move your awareness up your spine to the top of your head, back to the third eye. We're making a circuit. Exhale, shift your awareness from third eye to hands. So we're going to continue to make this circuit. It's like a triangle. I'm just going to show it, demonstrate it, and then we'll really go through it for a couple of minutes so it feels more intuitive. So we're going to go third eye to hands, hands to life gate, up the spine, and again, third eye to hands. So this is our breathing circuit, and it might feel almost natural to move your hands a little bit in this motion as we do it. It's an exhale, third eye to hands, and then it's going to be a long inhale as we do the inhale to the life gate, up the spine, and then the exhale to the hands. So I'll guide us through it. It might feel a little confusing at first, but you'll get the hang of it, and we'll do this circuit, okay? So starting again with palms at dantian height, let them turn towards your third eye, tongue behind your front upper teeth. Inhale, stretch back and feel your third eye. Exhale, shift your awareness from third eye to palms. Rotate the palms slightly to face the life gate and prepare for a long inhale as you inhale into the life gate. And then continue to inhale, move your awareness up your spine. If you need to take multiple breaths, that's fine. Over the top of your head, and then exhale when you get to the third eye and shift your awareness from your third eye to the centers of your palms. Slightly rotate the palms to face the life gate. Inhale, shift your awareness from your palms to the life gate, and then continue to breathe in as you move your awareness up your spine to the top of your head, back to the third eye, and then exhale as we make a circuit. Third eye to palms. Palms face the life gate. Nice long inhale, breathing into the life gate. Inhaling up the spine, over the top of the head, and exhale, third eye to hands. I'm just going to let you continue with this without talking so you can find your own rhythm. Give me a wave if you feel like you need me to keep talking, but go ahead and just follow your own rhythm with this circuit. You can notice any warmth or tingling in your hands or in your life gate center in your low back, or maybe your third eye. Just noticing subtle energy shifts in your body. Some people may even start to get a little increase in saliva flow. And after your next exhale, float your hands down to your sides. And then we're going to inhale the hands up in a gathering breath. And exhale, bringing them down in front of your dantian. Bringing that down to your savings account here. Let's do one more gathering breath. Inhale up. Exhale, shift your awareness to the energy center in your lower abdomen, your dantian. And just hold your awareness there for a minute. Close your eyes and just feel the subtle energy sensations in your body. Go ahead and rub your hands together. And then lean forward and put them over your kidneys. And gently tap, just like we did earlier. And now we're going to tap down your hips. And tap down the outsides of your legs, the yang aspect of your legs. And then up the yin part of your legs. Tap your dantian. And use your right hand to tap your chest and get the yin aspect of your arm. Yang aspect of your arm up to your shoulder. And then switch hands. Shake yourselves out. Go ahead and please feel free to take a seat. Let yourself rest for a minute. Speaking of the tapping, it's an important part of this practice, and it can really be done whenever you feel like it. I usually might do one or two exercises and then tap. And the purpose of it is that as we build new energy in our body, as we generate fresh energy, and it starts to get stronger, we're going to be pushing out old stagnant chi that doesn't serve us anymore. And so the tapping is literally like beating the dust off of a rug. It starts to clear out old energy that doesn't work for us. If you follow me around my office, you'll catch me tapping myself throughout the day. I'm just often like clearing the energy out of my body, giving myself shaking and moving, and it helps me feel much more clear as I move through the day. So it's something that you can utilize just on its own. It's such a simple but fairly profound practice. And as we go further, you might find that it actually feels good to hit yourself harder than you think that you should. So as you increase your energetic strength and you're tapping yourself pretty firmly, it creates additional strength in response to that tapping. So don't hurt yourself. Tap yourself at whatever effort feels appropriate for your body right now, but just know that you can really do that for yourself as you do this energy practice. So the practices that we just did, I really broke down so that hopefully they made sense in terms of understanding that our energy follows our awareness and that we're activating the energy centers. We will be building upon those as we move forward through our practice, such that next week I'll explain those and we'll drop into those. But by week 5, we'll really be doing those in 5 minutes. We'll just be dropping right into that practice as the way that we warm up and turn on our energy system to do our practice. And then we'll move into a different exercise. So today it was just breaking it down into its smaller parts and really trying to feel the centers a bit more. But that we'll be doing this every single time, and it will start to feel more fluid and more quick. So that will be our warm up as we move into our practices. So I do want to introduce the energy center gathering and activating exercise. It's one of my favorites. We'll really be diving deeper into this one in our next class, but it's such a beautiful practice and it feels so good. I really want to introduce it tonight. So we'll do this one and then we'll close down our practice. And then next week we'll dive into this one a lot more deeply. So again, I'll stand up and I'll give a little bit of explanation and I'll lead it standing up. And again, you're welcome to join me standing, or you can modify this one to be done seated if that feels better for you. It's so interesting to me that in ancient cultures all over the world, there's just this description of these energy centers. The Taoist version is slightly different from like the Vedic version, which speaks of chakras. So because there's so much discussion of yin and yang and one or the other, the Taoist energy centers are a little bit more posterior or anterior. They're really a little bit more in the front of the body or in the back of the body. So, but they're very, very similar in their understanding of the chakras. So they really are these energy centers in the body. So there are the 3 that we've started to learn about. There's the Dantian, which is like our savings bank, and it's really the place where we store our vitality chi. So we want our Dantian to become very strong. It's the what we draw from for our vitality. And then we've got our life gate center, which is more posterior in our spine. And this is the main energy center right between our kidneys. And it's sort of like our main battery. It's really what allows us to turn our whole energetic system on. As we move higher, we've got the heart energy center, which is where we really connect with love and joy, chi and energy for ourselves and for the world around us. And then the version of the throat center in the Taoist is more posterior, it's in the neck. I'm going to call it the shoulder center. It's really between the shoulders, right at the base of the neck here. This is a powerful center where all of the yang acupuncture meridians, so acupuncture meridians are either yin or yang, and they all come through this point at the back of the neck. So it's a powerful energy convergence center here. We've got our third eye center, which is seat of our intuition and our wisdom. We've got our crown center, which is our connection to the heaven energy or that yang energy. And then right at our perineum, at the base of our spine, base of our pelvis, is our earth center. And so that's where we connect with the earth energy. So in this practice that we're about to do, we'll be activating all of these energy centers and bringing energy into them. And this will be an introduction to this practice, and we'll do it much more deeply next week. So if you feel comfortable standing, please go ahead and stand. You can see my head, there we go. And our hands remain open, just like they have in the past several practices. So it's an open-handed mudra. I'll speak more about mudras next time. And we're going to start at the Dantian center. And what we're going to be doing is working our way up. So we're going to be inhaling, stretching back, opening, focusing on one center at a time. So if we start with the Dantian, we're focusing on opening that as we inhale. And then we're going to exhale and lean forward, And then as our hands come forward towards each other, we feel the interaction of the yin and the yang. So we're intending that we're generating fresh energy between our hands. And then we inhale that into the energy center that we're focusing on. So we're going to do 2 breaths like that with each center. So we're going to do Dantian, life gate, heart, shoulder center, third eye. And then I'm going to guide us as we get up to the crown center and then the earth center. Those last 2 will be slightly different, but the flow is the same for all of the others. So find your powerful but comfortable stance. Feet a little bit wider than hip width. Feel relaxed in your hips and in your knees. Bring your hands at Dantian height with your palms facing each other in front of your body. And feel the energy between your hands. And just take a moment to see and appreciate if you can drop into it and feel it more if it's stronger than it may have been at the beginning when we started. And just feeling that energy, and then turn them so that your palms face your Dantian. And feel the energy connection between your palms and your Dantian. And then inhale, stretch your spine back, open your Dantian, and then arms come wide as you take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lean forward, float the palms towards each other in front of your body, and set your intention that yin and yang interact between your hands. And then inhale that fresh energy into your Dantian. And then exhale, relax. We'll do that again. Stretching back, open the Dantian, inhaling, arms come wide. Exhale, leaning forward, bringing the yin and yang interaction of your hands together. Generate fresh energy and inhale that into your Dantian. And exhale, relax. Float your palms up so that they're facing your life gate center at belly button height. Your awareness is in your back area. You'll slightly compress if it's comfortable, the life gate. As you stretch back, inhale, arms come wide, awareness at the life gate. Exhale, open your life gate in the low back as your hands float forward and you create fresh energy between your hands. Inhale that into your life gate. Exhale, relax. Let's repeat that. Stretching back, slight compression at the life gate. If it feels good, arms wide. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Open the life gate. Gather fresh chi. And inhale that into the life gate. Exhale, relax. Float your palms up to face your heart center. Take a moment to feel the energy between your palms and your heart center. Stretching back, inhale, arms come wide, open the heart. Exhale, forward, open the upper back and the back of the heart. Intend fresh energy between your hands, gather it, and inhale it into the heart space. Exhale, relax. Hands face the heart. Feel the energy at your heart. Stretch back. Arms wide. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, forward. Open the back of the heart. Palms come towards each other. Gathering. Inhaling back to the heart. Exhale, relax. Hands float up with palms facing the base of the neck. Awareness is at the base of the neck, the shoulder center. If it's comfortable, slight compression at the back of the neck as you stretch back, arms wide. Inhaling into the base of the neck. Open the base of the neck, chin towards chest as you lean forward. Palms come towards each other. Generate fresh energy and then inhale that into the shoulder center. Exhale, ground and relax. Let's repeat that at the shoulder center. wide. Exhale forward, open up the back of the neck. Generate and gather fresh energy in. And relax. Palms come up to face the third eye. Take a moment to feel the energy between your palms and your third eye. Stretching back, arms open wide, open your third eye. Exhale, bowing down, palms towards each other. Gather fresh energy between your hands and pull that into the third eye. And exhale, relax. And repeat. Gathering, pulling in. And relax. Now, before we activate the crown center, we're really going to ground ourselves. We're going to do that by letting your palms face each ear respectively. Feel your knees bend and relax, and feel your feet ground down, connecting energetically with the earth energy. Feel your tailbone like someone tied a little weight to it and it's pulling you down, it's grounding down into the earth, but stretch your spine long so that the top of your head stretches up towards the sky as your tailbone stretches down. Feel your elbows ground down, connecting down into the earth's energy. And then inhale and float the palms up so that they're facing the crown center at the top of your head, and hold your breath in for about 5 seconds as you just feel the energy connection between your palms and the top of your head. Breathe if you need to, but if you can hold the breath in, do so. And then long, slow exhale, float the palms down in front of your body with the palms facing the earth. If you need to take multiple breaths, that's fine. Bringing the palms all the way down, and then turn them to face the earth center. So our energy center right in the perineum. And inhale and pull your pelvic muscles up and in like you're doing a Kegel exercise. And inhale, hold your breath in for a moment as you feel your earth center connecting with the earth energy below you. Turn your palms to face the floor, and then exhale, feel the bottom of your feet. Shift your awareness to the bottom of your feet. And then we'll take a gathering breath. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, bring your awareness and your energy back to your Dantian center. One more gathering breath. Inhale up. And exhale. Back to center. Rub your hands together. And gently tap your Dantian. Lean forward and tap your life gate and kidneys. Forward and tap your heart space. I use my fingertips, it feels a little more comfortable. Chin towards chest, tap your shoulder center. You can take a moment, even massage a little bit here. The back of the neck, the shoulder center. Tap above your ears and get your scalp. And then come down your legs with your hips. And then each arm to the yin aspect of your left arm. Yin aspect of your right arm, and then the yang aspect. Shake yourself out. And so the way that we open practice, you're welcome to sit down if that would feel good for you right now. the way that we open this practice every time, it will become more clear as we build upon it. We start with activating our energy centers between our palms, using our third eye, connecting in. So whenever I do this practice, I will take a couple minutes to more quickly do the exercises that we've learned in this class. Drop in, really feel my energy connect, and then go ahead and proceed to another practice, such as the one that we just did. So we'll be reviewing all of these and building upon them as we go. So we open our energy field and we open our energy centers through this practice. And then it's important to close down our practice, to close down our energy field. Because when we've really built our energy up, it's like working on a document. And then we want to be sure that we click save so that we really protect ourselves so that we haven't built up all this beautiful energy and we walk into the world and without being aware, it just dissipates out to other people who might want or need it or other things. So from a place of self-compassion, but also compassion for the world, we will protect our energy and close our practice down. So that's an important thing that we do. And so in doing so, one of the main things that we do is really connect with and warm up the kidney chi. So the kidneys being like our batteries, we want to make sure that those have been warmed up and closed down. So just as we've done, go ahead and really warm up your hands. Go ahead and place them over your kidneys and send that warmth right into your kidneys. And then turn your palms so that you're just getting the loose part of your thumb and index finger and really massage and use that friction to warm up. And then if you're standing and it feels good, go ahead and lean forward so that you're hanging forward like this. And the life gate and kidney space is open. If you're seated, you can just lean forward a little bit. And turn your palms so that they're facing up towards your low back as you're hanging forward. And just inhale and send the energy from your palms into your low back in this open back position. And then exhale and just let yourself lean forward a little bit more, opening up the low back. And then inhale and slowly and comfortably roll back up to standing. The kidney acupuncture meridian comes up to the ears. So what we do, we really want to keep our kidney chi supercharged, is we're going to use the thumb and index fingers and we're going to squeeze the front and back of our ears and pull out any cold energy. So we want to keep our batteries really warm. So you're just grabbing your ears all around the cartilage. Don't pull any earrings if you're wearing earrings. And we're intending that we're shaking out any cold energy from our kidney meridian. Maybe just do it 6, 7, 8 times. Then you can stop and your ears should feel nice and warm. Go ahead and tap the back of your neck just to release any last bit of stress or tension that we often hold there. Give yourselves a little shake. And then we're going to do 3 deep breaths. So we're going to inhale and expand open like this as we inhale. And then exhale, leaning forward. Rolling back up to standing. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms come wide. Exhale. And then rolling back up to standing. And one last time. Inhale, arms wide. And rolling. And then our final 3 breaths are a gathering breath like we've been doing. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, bringing the palms down, facing the dantian, letting your awareness rest at your dantian for a moment. Just notice if your savings account has grown at all. And then inhale, arms up. This time we're going to save our energy. We're going to put the thumb of one hand on the palm of the other hand and squeeze the back of the hand. It does not matter which hand you do, but we're going to bring our hands like this. And this is a protective mudra so that we're really password protecting our upgraded energy. So give a little bit of a squeeze as you do this. And then we're going to exhale and bring your hands down to your dantian. So we'll do that one more time now that you've seen that more closely. So inhale up. Make your protective mudra with your thumb in front of the palm and the other hands at the back. Give a little squeeze. And exhale, bring that down in front of the dantian. And just intend that you're saving and protecting your upgraded chi. And then our last breath, our hands come up and we put them in prayer position and exhale them down in front of our heart. And we're going to just bow to each other in gratitude for practicing together and with gratitude to the lineage and all the teachers and their teachers. So just thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. I'm so